Hey everyone, this is India here with Embrace Body. My image description, I'm an African American woman with long black locks. Half of them are up in a ponytail and half of them are down. I'm wearing large black headphones. I'm also wearing a hot pink short sleeve dress, and I'm currently seated in my office. You can see just a little bit of my brown chair behind me. And there's also a window behind me with white blinds that are drawn closed. And you can see a little bit of a bookshelf to my right. So today I want to share about a really cool tool that has helped me. I learned about it from a hemiplegic migraine Facebook group that I'm in. I think most of you know that I have hemiplegic migraine. Um, and this tool that I'm going to share with you today has really changed my life for the better. And I thought other people might benefit from hearing about it. But when I asked people in community about it, not many people have heard of it. So, do you know about something called Stickman communication cards? All right, I'm really excited to tell you a little bit about them. They're little laminated portable cards, and they make them for a variety of different folks with disabilities. So, mobility aid users, people with service dogs. They make them for autistic people, folks who have seizures, people with sensory processing disabilities, et cetera, et cetera. And they even make them for hemiplegic migraine. Nobody makes anything for hemiplegic migraine unless they're a hemiplegic migraineur themselves. So I was really excited to learn about them. And they are very handy communication aids. If you're unable to communicate verbally for a period of time, they're also quite useful for things that you have to say over and over again. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I get a little short with people when they keep asking the same questions. So it's good just to have a little card for that. So I'm going to show you a few examples. Here's one right here. It says, there's too much going on right now, so I can't process what you're saying. Can we have this conversation another time? And it has a picture of a very dazed and confused stick figure. It has an X for one eye and like a squiggly line or circle for the other eye and a wavy kind of mouth symbol. And there's a question mark above its head. And this card's super useful for me because sometimes I am not able to understand what people are saying when I have really severe migraines, and can be a little offensive to them. So it's a way to communicate that. Here's another one that says, my mobility aid is my freedom. I've put it where I need it. Please don't move it or sit on it without checking with me first. And this one has a stick person with a variety of mobility equipment. I think there's a walker, some crutches, a cane, and a wheelchair. I often put this on my wheelchair because sometimes if I'm somewhere and I leave my wheelchair somewhere and I want to be able to come back and grab it if I need it, people will move it. And like I am not ready for it to be in a new place or have to search for it, which sometimes I just don't have the energy to do at that time. So here's another one. It just says yes and has a check mark. And there's also a no with an X. These are just helpful if there's times when it's hard for you to communicate verbally and people are asking you questions, then you can answer with that yes or no. And then this one, y'all, has kind of saved my marriage. It says, caution, high pain levels. I'm annoyed at my pain, not you. Please don't take my irritation personally. And the stick person is frowning and holding their head in one of their hands. And above them, there's a black cloud with rain and lightning coming out of it. And this one's really helpful because sometimes chronic pain looks like chronic crankiness. And it's just a good reminder to my spouse that it's not about them, it's actually about the pain. And And this last one, like I said, so excited that they make something specifically for hemiplegic migraine. And this one says, I have hemiplegic migraine. During a migraine attack, I get temporary stroke-like symptoms. These include one-sided weakness, paralysis, difficulty speaking, and confusion. When having a migraine attack, I don't need emergency medical attention. See the back of the card for what I do need. So it's nice. You can customize what you put on the back. Mine says, check out my service dog vest for more information about my condition. It tells you how to use my medical alert watch, those types of things. So these are super handy. I have way more than I'm going to talk about today. Like you can see, I have a big spread of them here. So I'm holding them up. They're connected to a key ring that has a small carabiner attached. This actually attaches to my purse. And I'm showing like maybe 20 or 30 cards that are on the ring. I just carry this on my purse. My service dog, Nico, has some in his vest. And recently I was out at Target and I had a hemiplegic migraine coming on, and JJ was in another store for a moment. So I was like, oh, I need to get on the ground. And I forgot that there was one attached to my purse. So luckily JJ made it before anybody like tried to call an ambulance, but store people came over and other shoppers came over. So it can be a big ordeal, and people getting too close to me can make the situation way worse. So we're always trying to find tools and ways to work around that. So ta-da, now I have a black carabiner that I wear around my neck. It has a lanyard on it and it has that hemiplegic card connected and it extends longer. So I can just kind of show people by looking down with my eyes or lift this card up so people can get information. Because when people call an ambulance, the ambulance is required by law to check on me. They have to at least like take my blood sugar and check my blood pressure, and they charge like $3,000 a pop. And so it's really helpful when people can find out quickly that it's not an emergency and that they don't need to call for an ambulance or something like that. So I just wanted to share that with you all today. Hopefully this will be helpful for someone else out there. I had never heard of them until I saw them in that group, and I just wanted to share this information. Have a great rest of your day, folks. Bye.